Well, hello there, you gorgeous, godly thing. So I was doing some practices and I started feeling into this shadow worker, and I decided I wanted to run in and grab my camera and we could feel into it together. So as I felt into it the first time, I got imagery of like a dark alleyway, and this alleyway is full of fog and you cannot see in front of you, yet there are lights scattered about and they're shining, lighting the way through the fog. So let's see what else. We are the ones who walk that dark alleyway. The shadow worker treads where evil treads. If we are sticking with the imagery of the alleyway and these lights, there are places within this alleyway, like underneath staircases. I'm picturing an alleyway from my youth, and it had this apartment building that was back, and you had a staircase that went up and then one that cut down underground, and all of that is pitch. There's no light there. It is density, it is stagnancy, it is dark, dank, ashen. And that is where we go. We are called there because we know that there is incredible power in the integrated shadow. And we don't just integrate individually, we integrate on a collective scale. We hold integration of this energy for the people who cannot. I said in my video on the Epstein files that we walk the line between new earth and old earth. We walk the razor's edge of the shadow, where a light worker dwells in the light. We dwell in the liminal space between the dark and light. We shift easier between the two, and we can shift, and we do shift, because when we enter the shadow and then the light, we are bringing the shadow energy to the light. We're not bringing light to the shadow, we're bringing shadow to light. We dwell in that in between, where nothing quite is or isn't, where it's not light, it's not dark. We hold the polarity a good practice for that would be to hold light and darkness, light and darkness, light and darkness in front of you at the same time. I believe that's a Jungian practice. In ancient alchemy, there is a stage in the blackening process where the work comes alive with this rainbow sheen. It's called Caput Corvi, and it is the light coming alive within the decayed matter. It is the moment of the alchemical black sun, not the racist black sun, the alchemical black sun. It is not a bright, white, blinding light of the day. It is a black light, a black sun, a light that shines in the darkness. It is the first glimmers of soul within the work. It is the power, it is the light in the shadow. That not that we bring to it, but that already inherently exists there. And that is what a shadow worker holds. We are fluent in the underworld. We have a calling, an easier time walking in the underworld, going to these depths and these places. And that's not saying that a light worker can't do that. A light worker could do all of these things. They're just separate energies. They hold differently. A light worker holds the light. A shadow worker holds the darkness. And that is also why we suffer so in this life. Because we tread the darkness. We have such hard lives so that we understand the darkness when it comes time to awaken. We are already fluent in density and stagnancy. We know it well because we've lived it. And so when it comes time that we start to be able to traverse the realms, we have an easier time penetrating that darkness. We know it. I cannot speak for you or any shadow worker out there, but for me, I very much identified with the darkness for many years. It just called me to it, like whispering in the background of my life. And when I was unconscious of it, I lived an unconscious, miserable life. Angry life. So when I started to get into the spirituality, I just knew there was something about the darkness. I've been talking about it since like 2023. And light workers, I believe, can maybe touch into the light in ways that we may not be able to, but we can touch into the darkness in ways that they are not able to. And it's important. It's important for the shadow workers to wake up. The world needs us. We are living in a time where darkness is more prevalent, and we are living in a time where they are displaying their darkness in front of us, like real evil is exposing itself. Things that were just conspiracies that people would look at you and say, "Oh, you're crazy," but that is all, it's all true. They're showing us Earth needs us. We have to be able to hold our alignment so that we can help break up that density, because that's what we're here to do. Shadow workers, break up the dense places, the dense spaces, the dense energy. If a shadow worker penetrates that foggy alleyway from the beginning, we penetrate those dark spaces of that foggy alleyway. We walk in and we take the darkness out of it. We dissolve it. We burn it. We alchemize it so that a light worker can come in and put light there. And that's not to say that a shadow worker can't put light there either, because we all have the ability to do all things. Our purposes are just different. That's it. Have a good night.